Hello and welcome to my RC channel. Today I have received some post. However, it's not any bit of post. This has been sent to me by one of my subscribers named Phil. So thank you to him for sending something into the channel, and let's open it up and see what we've got. So let's get this open here with some scissors. Okay, so let's see what we've got in here. Oh, very nicely packed here. Aha! Let's just take everything out. Looks like a frame. Looks like two polycarbonate frames. And what do we have here? Micromotor Warehouse. Let's open it. So, this is the lucrative Alien Wii board. And Phil has very kindly sent me this. I've been after one for a while, but as some of you may know who follow my channel, these are for the microcopters, and they're quite difficult to get hold of. As far as I'm aware, it's only Micromotor Warehouse that sells these, and they sell out pretty much soon as any come in. So Phil's been very kind, and he had a spare one, and he has sent it to me because I plan on doing a video for the channel where we add this to a microcopter. Now, Phil has also sent me these frames, which he makes himself, and I spoke to him, and I didn't even know that this method existed, right? But these have been jet water cut, and it's literally, he sent me a video of it, it's a jet of water that cuts into the polycarbonate and cuts them out. Absolutely amazing. And I've got two frames here. One has got holes for the Alien Wii, and the other one has got holes for the Hubsan controller, and these are to fit 8mm motors. So thanks so much to Phil for that. We're going to be connecting this board up to here and see if we can get a nice flying micro quad out of it. It's actually much smaller than I have seen in pictures. I was worried that it was going to be too big and too heavy, but it's only just a little bit bigger than a Hubsan board. So what we've got here is you've got the micro JST connectors for the motors. I think they are 1.25 size, and I've got some of those. You can also buy the motors from Micromotor Warehouse with the cables attached, but I've already got some of my own motors, so I'm going to connect JST connectors to that. You've got a lossy connector here, which is for your 1-cell battery, and then this lead here, which is actually to connect to a micro receiver. Unlike the Hubsan boards, this doesn't have a receiver built into it. So what you have to do is get something like this. This is a DSM-2 receiver. This is actually the Orange RX receiver. You can use this one, or I believe the Lemon RX receiver. Now, I wish I'd gone for the Lemon RX now, as the Orange RX only has one antenna. The Lemon RX has two, which may give you better range, but the idea is that this wire here just connects straight into there, and so you've got this and this which go together. I think some people sort of attach them together on the top like that. So it's not an all-in-one system, but the reason why I'm so interested in this is basically it's a full quadcopter controller that you can customize. You can have a complete acro mode with no auto level. You can change all the gains, and some of you may have seen some of my micro quadcopter builds before. I always use the Hubsan board, and in some situations it starts to get a little bit squirrely, and that's because the P-gain settings and the flight controller settings are for the Hubsan size quadcopter, and of course when you start adding stuff, modifying stuff, you want to alter those gains. So that is why this little board is so popular. So thank you so much to Phil for sending me this. Now, of course, you've got the receiver and the board, but we also need a compatible transmitter. So a lot of people are using the Spectrum transmitters like the DX6 and transmitters like that. I don't have one of those, but what I do have is this really, really old, it's probably about oh, it's probably going 20 years old, this, maybe even more. And it was one of the first transmitters to accept modules. So believe it or not, I can get a DSM2 DSMX module, also the Orange RX module, and it'll fit into there. And hopefully it's just going to bind up with this. You can see here, this is another module that I've got for the TX. Hawkeye UHF system. Wonder what that's all about. Look out for this in a future video, but this is just to explain how the modular system works, because I don't have the DSM2 module. It's not turned up yet, and that just clips into the back of there, and then hopefully this is going to connect into here. So once again, a big thanks to Phil for sending me all this. I've been thinking about this for a while. Yeah, so also it connects into here. It's got its own USB connector. There's no need for an FTDI connector, which the NWC board, which is the only really other board I can think of that allows for sort of custom settings. This is a much easier option. I need to weigh it to see how much it's going to weigh, but look out for videos for this in the future. Really excited to work with this. Okay, so let's see how much this weighs. I have added the Orange RX receiver to it as well. Stick it on the scales. It weighs 5 grams, so probably like a gram more than the Hubsan controller. I think that weighs between 3 and 4 grams, I'm not sure. So actually really lightweight. Looking forward to getting onto a quadcopter. Also, Phil has given me these things which weigh a couple of grams, and they are awesome. I think they are motor protectors. I'm forever losing a wire at the bottom of my micro motors because when they land, it catches them and they eventually wear out. So Phil, where'd you get these from? They're awesome. Thanks very much. I've just noticed these little air packets that were put in there to pad all the stuff. Look at that. Andy RC 2015. 607. That is awesome. Thanks for that. Okay, so let's see how much these frames weigh. This is for the Alienware controller. That's 9 grams. Not bad at all. And then the Hubsan controller version, 8 grams. Awesome. I'm going to try them out. So look out for these in the future. Once again, thanks a lot for Phil for sending all this stuff. And thanks a lot for you guys for watching. And please continue to subscribe. Cheers.